everyone, Logan Faye here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about 3 things that I wish I knew when I first started out as a photographer. Everybody has to start somewhere, and I'm hoping that these 3 tips will help you skip making some of the mistakes that I made when I first started out. So here we go. Tip number 1 is looking for the light. I see so many new photographers placing their clients with the sun hitting their face. This not only makes your clients squint their eyes, but it also adds an uneven shading on their face that just doesn't look good. So let's take a look and see how we can avoid it. In the photo on the left, you can see he is fully facing the sun. In the photo on the right, I had him turn just a little bit more, but his face is still in the sun. He is squinting his eyes and also has highlights and shadows where they shouldn't be. This is definitely not what we want during a session. In this photo, the sun is fully behind him. He can open his eyes and there is not any weird lighting on his face. This is what we want. If you are having trouble finding out where the best lighting is, have your client turn and watch how the light is hitting them as they turn. Having their back to the sun is usually the best option. Tip number 2 is know your camera. If you are shooting in auto mode, then your camera is choosing everything for you, from the shutter speed to the aperture and so much more. To get the results that you want, you need to be in control of your camera. Don't let your camera be in control of you. So let's look at a few examples of photos taken in manual mode and auto mode and see how they compare. This first photo was taken in manual mode. This means that I was in control of the ISO, shutter speed, aperture, and the focus point. You can clearly see that the dog's face is in focus, and shooting at a low aperture helped me get that beautiful blurred background. This photo was taken in auto mode, which means that my camera chose all of the settings for me. In auto mode, your camera does its best to guess where the focus should be, and from this photo, you can see that it isn't always right. The focus is on the objects in the background, and the dog is completely out of focus. As you can see, there is a big difference in the creative style and quality of these photos. Knowing how to control your aperture, shutter speed, and ISO on your camera is a game changer. If you need an in-depth course on how to shoot in manual mode, head over to Kohl's Classroom Pro and sign up to access the Fast Track course. By the end of the course, I can guarantee that you will know how to shoot in manual mode. Tip number 3 is have a contract. And y'all, this one is huge. Have a contract. If I was typing this out instead of talking to you, I would be inserting those little hand clap emojis in between each of those words. So again, have a contract. Let me show you why this is so important. It was really nice to meet you, and I will send your gallery to you in 1 to 2 weeks. You'll be able to download 5 photos from your gallery, and the rest you can purchase for an additional cost.
I thought I got all the photos.
The model call that I sent out said 5 photos to download. So,
I didn't see that though.
okay, well, I'll just go ahead and make the settings on the gallery so that you can download them all. I'm really sorry about any confusion.
Thanks.
Most people don't think it's that important to have a contract for model calls when they first start out, but let me tell you, you need one. Every single session, you need one. You can easily get yourself into a sticky situation like you just saw, where your client is asking for more digital images, or they're saying they thought XYZ was included in this session, and without a contract, you're stuck giving them what they want. The last thing that you need when you first start out is a bad review because you didn't outline the expectations for your client. Here's a bonus tip for you. One of the best decisions that I made when I first started out was finding a photography community to be a part of. There's so many resources available online these days, and it can get a little overwhelming searching the internet for what you need. So I'm going to lay out some things for you to look for in a photography group or community. The first one is get feedback on your work. Find a group that will let you share your work and get constructive criticism on it. One of the best ways to grow is to get feedback on your work. It might be hard to put yourself out there, but you definitely won't regret it. The next one is a positive community. Be on the lookout for a positive community. Community over competition is the way to go. No one needs people getting jealous over photos or any negative Nancy's in their life. Number 3 is educational resources. Look for a group that offers educational resources along with the group. Facebook groups are great, but when you are looking for a community to join, find one that offers trainings and educational opportunities as well. Although I might be a little biased, Kohl's Classroom is where I learned everything I know about photography. They have all you need to get started and grow as a photographer, so go check them out. The link's below. Thanks for sticking with me during this tutorial, and I hope that you found some of the tips helpful.